Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing today? Today we are planning with Country Cottage and it was, I think, March's mystery kit. So I'm just going to quickly flip through it. We have our 15mm bottom washi, our tall boxes, our 9 full boxes, quarter box and half box sheet, bottom washi page, functional page, headers and little things, squared box sheet, and the glitter headers and fashion girls. So let's just jump to it. I am pairing this with rose gold foil and I'm using the Twinkle bundle because I believe that is what came with the mystery kit. So I am pairing it with this. Hi guys! So happy that you are here. We are planning with Country Cottage a mystery kit and I'm very, very, very excited. Sorry that I had to push the live to Thursday instead of Tuesday this week. I just had a very, very, very crazy weekend and I just needed a day off. So that's what I did. You used this kit last week? Yeah, it's so exciting. I love this kit. I think it turned out so good. It's just such a fun vibe. And if you didn't pick up this mystery kit and you are wanting it, starting in June 1st, till the end of June, we do our Bring Back Mystery Kits. So all the kits from December to May will be included, and they will have full reveals. You can pick them up just like you pick up any other kits in the shop. So if you want just the full boxes only, or if you want all the things, that is totally up to you. Okay. And yeah, I'm using the Twinkle foil bundle in the rose gold color. Okay. Yeah, I like the orange in it too. I really wish that I had some washi to match, but all my washi was too like Halloweeny orange and not this more darker orange color, which I really, really liked in this kit. Okay, so I'm just going to white out these lines. I really wish they didn't include these lines, but whatever. Quickly white them out. This week, or last week, was the start of all the baseball, meaning that we have sports every single day during the week, and it's the start of like everybody wanting to do all the things. So our weekends are filling up really fast, and I feel like we are always like looking at our schedules to try and make everything work. It's just insane right now. But I do love this time of the year because I do like being busy. Like I like having all of the activities and everything like that. So I don't mind that it's busy. Yeah, I hope everybody's day is going good. It's super, super hot here, which I was very excited about. I just went and picked up my grandma's tiller to borrow. My husband's going to till our garden so that we can get started on that because I haven't planted it yet and I need to get that going. Usually I plant it on the long weekend, but I decided to wait this year just one more day so that I could, or one more week, sorry, so that I could get him to till it for me. Let's do this one here. Okay. I haven't really been using double boxes lately. I feel like I just keep splitting them up, which I think is really fun. You planted your garden on Monday. I love that. Do you do like vegetables or do you do like just flowers and stuff and shrubbery and stuff like that? This year I have gotten really excited about because my friend told me about, what's it called? Square foot gardening. I don't know if any of you have heard of it before, But the theory behind it is that it will create less weeding and less time. So basically what you do is you split up your garden into 1 foot by 1 foot sections, and you don't want your garden more than like 4 feet by 4 feet kind of thing. So if you have a bigger garden, you would split it up. And then certain number of plants go in each section. So for example, in that 1 foot by 1 foot square, you could have 16 carrots. You could have 1 tomato plant in like a 4 foot section. You could have 2, I think a pepper plant takes up 2 squares, and basically like you design it so that there's so many plants kind of congested all together that the idea is that it doesn't grow weeds because it's just so covered in plants. Now, I've only done on it so far, and I'm going to kind of adopt the theory but change it to suit our style and our current garden so that I don't have to completely redo my whole garden system. So right now I just have like, it's like edged because we have such a sloping backyard. It's like edged at the back, and then it's just like a really, really big size. And then what we're going to do is we're still going to like measure it off into sections, but instead of having like a grid system actually like worked into it, we're going to, oh, that's really bad. We're going to take that idea, but not actually like physically have the markings, like the strings for the 1 by 1. And we're going to put more walkways that are designated so that we won't have like 1 row, a walkway, 1 row, a walkway, and kind of plant more in those sections and plant them closer together. So we'll be able to plant a lot more this year, and we'll see if it works out. I'm not sure how it all will go, but all I know is that you need to water a lot more because there's a lot more plants, and you need to put more nutrients into the soil because there'll be so many more plants in your soil. But the idea is that it's a lot less weeding, which I would love to do. So we'll see how it goes. I know, it's very interesting, isn't it? So we'll see. I'll kind of keep you guys updated on how that goes, and we'll try it for a year. And if we really, really like it, then we'll keep going with it. And if not, we're not going to invest a bunch of money into a new system, and we're just going to see how it goes. So I'm very excited. You have a big vegetable garden. I still need to get tomato and pepper plants. Yeah, I do plants for my tomatoes and peppers as well because I don't plant them so far in advance. I know some of my family members, they do them in their house. And is the light switching back and forth? I hope not. If it is, I'll move my light back. They do the planting in the winter time, and then they do them in their house, and then they transplant them. And I honestly never get around to doing that. So plants it is for me. Oh dear. Oh, you use a tiller. That's so smart. Yeah, I don't have a tiller, and so I am a hand weeder, and it takes me hours and hours and hours, and I hate doing it so much. So I think we just borrow my tiller from my grandma when we start up the garden. But I do know that me like continuously walking in between the rows and stuff like that all the time kind of presses the soil down, and then it's not good for like drainage and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I was watching a ton of YouTube videos about it. And I'm very excited to try it. And then they also talk a lot about in those videos like companion planting, which I always like have heard about but never really paid attention to. So meaning like your tomatoes like to be around certain flowers because either they attract the right pollinators or they don't use the same type of nutrients in the soil, so they're not competing for one another. And I know that it's such a big thing, but I just never really have paid attention. I've kind of always just grown my garden, but I want to kind of level up a little bit this year. So I'm doing a lot of research with that, and I thought we would try a bunch of new things. So I'm going to do my typical tomatoes and green peppers and jalapenos and carrots. And we usually do 2 different types of cucumbers. We do one that is more like the long English style for like eating, and then we do lots of pickling cucumbers. But I thought I would do a lot more herbs this year and see how that goes. Like I want to try some basil and oregano. I've never, ever, ever tried those. Hey Danielle, welcome here. I'm so glad you made it. I've never really tried those before. I've also done spinach many times. And the one thing that I learned about when I was doing some research is that there are a lot of plants, such as spinach, that will, the harvest time is so little. So you take it out and then you're just left with this big empty space that in my garden just becomes a giant weed area that you need to continuously weed. And the thing is, why can't I plant my spinach again? And then I can have a little bit less spinach planted, but then I can plant it twice and allowing me to get 2 harvests from them. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if that'll actually work, but I'm going to try it. See you later. Enjoy ball. I hope it goes good. Hope your team does well. See ya. Okay, so now I have all of my headers on, full boxes down. Let's do my washi banner. And I pulled a ton of washi. Okay, I found this one here and it's kind of got that orange color. It's like the closest I could find. I got a lot of like pinks and stuff like that. So we'll see what I'll come up with here. I thought this one was really cute because it came with like some rose gold in there. So we'll see how that goes. So I hope you can't hear my outdoor neighbor. He is weed whacking, of course. And so he's right by my door, my window. And then this year is the first year we're going to put in some shrubs in our front of our house. So we've always just had grass. And about 2 years ago, we had like no snow at all. And it completely killed our yard. Was it 2 years ago or 3 years ago in the winter? And then that summer, we actually had a drought. So we couldn't water our yard at all. And so it like just destroyed our front yard. We had to completely redo it last year. We had to tear up all the grass, restart over, and just replant. So then we decided to like level it out better and get in some nice dirt and all that kind of stuff. So it was a lot of work, but totally worth it. So this year it's coming in really nice. And then we put a spot for like shrubs like right in front of our house, and we didn't get to putting those in last year, so we're going to do that this year. And so that's another thing I have to plant. And then Jake has some plans for, we have this like really awkward little spot in our backyard that he just hates mowing. So he would like to do a bunch of like landscaping, shrubbery type things there. So I have to figure out what I want to do there too. So I'm going to go from like having no plants to having a lot of plants this year, which is going to look great, but it's going to be a lot of work. I personally am not a big yard like work person. It's just not my favorite chore, but I do always want it. Like I want the look of it, but it's just not my favorite chore. Do you guys like doing yard work? I know some people who just love to like mow the lawn and do all that kind of thing, and that is not for me, but Power to those people that love to do that kind of thing. Okay, what do I want to add here? Well, these tones are very similar, so I am strong. Melissa, have you put in your garden already? I don't know if you're still here or not, but I'm curious to know if you've put in your garden yet. I know you usually do some vegetables. Last year we did pumpkins for the first time, and we loved it because we eat a lot of pumpkin. Actually, we bake with it quite a bit, and we got like quite a bit from that. We only had one pumpkin that actually grew, but I learned that you usually only get one, maybe two pumpkins per vine. So once we learned that, then we're like, oh, we could have been like pruning it back a lot. So maybe we'll try that one again too. We'll see how it goes. Oh dear, I'm sure you guys can hear him. I'm very, very, very sorry. He has to pick this time, I guess, hey? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it becomes a lot of work too. And also, like, not only is the work for like actually making your garden, like growing it and planting it and watering it and all that kind of stuff, but it's like what you do with it after. Like, canning is a whole season in my house. Like, it is so much work and it's so constant. Like, it's crazy. I do love it though, but by the end of it, I'm done. Okay, there we go. My weekend banner is done. I'm loving these tones of colors. I think they're so pretty. Okay. Whoops. Okay. I am going to use the weekend banner that came in the kit this week. Just going to take this guy off here and use him. And then we'll do some date covers. And I pulled some rose gold date squares. And we're doing the 15th to the 21st. Next week, I am using the Groovy kit, and I'm so excited because that kit is just so bright and fun. I cannot wait to use that kit. Has anybody used Groovy yet? I just think it's so fun. It's like 70s disco type vibe, and I love that. Okay. Get these down. We had a super, super eventful week, so I'm gonna have a lot of fun things to share in my day-to-day stuff. Whoop, here we go. Yes, I cannot wait to use it with the Groovy foil in pink. I just think that'll look so good. I'm trying to decide if I want to go pink or if I want to go black. I cannot decide between the two. Pink would look so good. I think blue would look good too. I think that would be fun. Okay. Now we have the bottom washi. So I have the washi that comes in the kit and then the 15 millimeter bottom washi. I'm going to use them both. So I'll do the twinkle pattern on the washi in the kit. There you go. Whoop. Black would look good. I agree. I think it would be so fun. I used black foil for the first time, like in a kit for that monochrome week. And oh, I love looking at that kit. I think it's so pretty. even if like the full boxes and bottom washi were black, but then the underlays were pink or something like that, I think that could be really fun. Okay, let's put that aside. And then we'll cut these. I have been loving so much of this artist's clip art lately. She does such an amazing job. And I love her stuff right now. She's killing it. Okay. We'll do the bows on the top. And then we'll do the floral underneath. So cute. I actually used 2 Prairie palettes for this kit. I used number 10 and number 4. And I have been using so much of those 2 bundles lately. So many kits I've used those for. Also, I finally finished February and I did 1 week in March. So we're getting there. We're getting there. I used Barista for that kit in March and I think it turned out so cute. All right, let's do my sidebar. Okay, so I have toe boxes here, and I'm going to use this beautiful girl here. I love her hair. Like, her hair is just 100%. Love it. I love that it's pink. It's so beautiful. Okay, and then the picture that I am using this week is my grandma and my son in like one of these really old-timey cars at Tinkertown. So I'm going to use that. And Tinkertown is like a local, like, carnival place. And they open in the summer that you can go there all the time. Where is the, oh, here. Need some washi strips in between. Let's do that one, and then let's do this floral one. Put the picture on. Okay. All right, we're cruising. All right. One last thing on the bar. I like to put a little shape and then the month. I'm going to use this guy. And then I'm going to use, whoa, I'm very sorry. I just like whacked my camera here. Put me right there. Okay. Let's move into the day-to-day now. Oh, I think this is so pretty. I really, really love it. Okay, let's get going here. All right, I have all my stickers pulled. Let's start with my work. I worked Monday, Tuesday. We'll just do those 2 for now. Okay. So my work on Monday. And then I want to mark that Cheyenne, my daughter, had a field trip this day at school. They actually went to like the local greenhouse and then like a plant nursery, and then they went to a flower sanctuary or something. I can't really remember. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that was kind of cool. She came home with like a plant that she said that she wanted to grow, or that she planted, and then she was going to grow it, and it's a onion plant, and she really wanted to make chili out of it. So I thought that was funny because she had never had chili before, so I think that's hilarious. So I bet you they like gave them a list of ideas, all things they could do with this onion, and she's probably like, "Oh, my dad likes chili. I could make chili." I thought that was so funny. Okay, And then we're just going to fill in this little space with some washi. All right, so then also on this day, I'm going to use one of our little prairie girls from school to mark that. And I think I'm just going to cut off her legs. Cut her off here. There we go. Cut off those feet. And then I'm going to mark that my son after school went to a birthday party. And they picked him up from school and they brought him there. And then while he was there, I took Cheyenne to get her ears. Well, I took her to see if she needed to get them re-pierced, but she ended up not doing that. Cheyenne field trip. I'll just put like Cheyenne ear appointment. So she got her ears pierced back in January, and we did like all the proper things that you need to do to clean them and all that kind of stuff. And she took them out one day after 4 months, and the next day we couldn't put any earrings in. They had completely closed. So we went to go and see like maybe if I was doing something wrong or what needed to be fixed. And she said that the skin in the front and the back had just closed over top, but the hole was still inside. So she could either redo them, but she was just like, no, I don't want to go through all that pain again, all that work to like, it's a lot of work to take care of new earrings and stuff like that. So I was totally fine if she wanted to not pierce them. That's fine. Okay, and then my son had his first baseball game this day, so we went to that. And then we went in the hot tub in the evening and watched Dynasty. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to mark work with like one of these big desktops. And then it was the kids' last piano day for the year. And then we went to Tim Hortons because my kids are like right behind each other, like as far as like when they go, I bring TJ in, or bring Cheyenne to piano, and then I bring TJ to Tim Hortons. We get Tim Hortons for everybody, and then I bring him to piano, and then I bring Cheyenne back to school. And then we had my live plan with me that day, and so I'm going to use that flat lay. And then I had taekwondo in the evening. And what were we watching this day? Dynasty again. We're almost done, guys. I think I'm at the point in the show where I don't even really care what's going on anymore, but I'm so far into the show that I just want to see what happens. All right. Moving on to Wednesday. Wednesday, I actually didn't work this day. I went to the city with my mom and my sister. So I'm going to put that we went to the city. And we went there to get some clothes for our kids and to spend some time with my mom for our Mother's Day. I guess just for Mother's Day. And that was really nice. So I'm going to use, this little guy is from Miso & Co. Beto & Co? Miso & Co? I don't know. I always get them mixed up. So anyways, that guy's from them. And then I'm going to use this little Chinese food takeout from the sticker party to mark that I got Chinese food at the food court that day. So I ended up getting a bunch of clothes for the kids for summer. My daughter needed a lot of shorts. Shopping in the city. She needed shorts. My son didn't really need anything, but I got him some shorts anyways. And I actually found the cutest sweater. It is a friend sweater, and that is my absolute favorite show. I'm obsessed with it. And so I picked that up at H&M, and I'm very, very, very happy I did. And then I usually go grocery shopping on Wednesdays. However, I totally forgot to submit my order before I left for the city. So we decided to just get Pizza Hut for supper instead. So I'm going to mark Pizza Hut. And I just have a big pizza icon. And then my son had a baseball game that day again. And then we did go in the hot tub in the evening again. TJ Baseball. It's so fun watching him this year because he's actually like trying a lot more. Like I felt like last year it was a little bit too slow for him and he was always like not really paying attention and stuff like that. We always had to constantly tell him to pay attention. And this year it's really fun to watch because he is very, very into it, which is very exciting. I'm going to put my work schedule for Thursday and Friday. Thursday and Friday. Okay, so Thursday I did order groceries this day. And then the kids ended up having, actually, first I'm going to mark that my son had a soccer day this day. So their school was they were taking turns. It's so loud. I'm very sorry, you guys. They were taking turns in their school doing these soccer days. So they went to like the next town over. They did like this indoor soccer thing. All the different grades went at different times. And they did it last year too, and it was really cool. So my son went this day, and then Cheyenne went on Friday. So I'm going to put that in. And then I'm going to put in that I got groceries this day. And then our kids had their piano recital this day. It was so cute to watch them. TJ actually did a Star Wars song, and then he did another song, and Cheyenne did Down by the Bay, which is really cool. Soccer day, do groceries, piano, recital. And then I'm going to mark that we watched Last Man Standing. I really, really like that show. But for some reason, I was having a very off day. I was extremely emotional and everything made me cry. Like every end of the episode, I was bawling. It wasn't even a sad episode, but I was just crying about like, oh, he's such a good guy or something like that. And my husband was like, what's going on? And I didn't know. Just very emotional. Best day. So I used one of our Prairie Girls to mark it. And then this girl here is from Stick with the Plants Co. I believe so. Hey, Sharon. Welcome here. So glad you made it. Okay, so then on Friday, my husband left for a fishing trip. He goes like all the time, usually like sometime in May, and he left this day for his fishing trip. And then he was gone until Tuesday. Okay, so I'm going to mark that, and then I'm going to mark that it was Cheyenne's soccer day this day. So she got to go. And then we ended up having McDonald's for dinner because it was our takeout night. So I'm going to mark those 3 things. I was excited I got to finally use one of these cute new fishing icons. And then this McDonald's sticker is from the sticker party. And then this day I was working on the dinner and movie night envelopes. So if you watched my last plan with me, I was kind of explaining it. Also, I did on Instagram as well. And basically what we are doing is we are pulling from a bunch of different envelopes, and there is going to be like a movie on there plus a menu that corresponds with the movie. So we started it this weekend, and we're hoping to do it once a weekend and keep it going. We're so excited. So we started on Saturday, and it was just so much fun. My kids loved it. I can't wait to do it this week. Okay, so I was working on the envelopes this day. I had bought some stickers, work on movie night envelopes, and then I'm going to put Dunkaroo dip and girls night. Okay, so I had printed off all of the little movies with the meals, and I had put them in the envelopes, and then I had decorated the outsides with stickers and like the script and stuff like that. So I did all that day, and then I ended up making Dunkaroo dip because we were having girls' night, so the girls came over, and it was so good. Okay, and then Saturday, I played Dreamlight Valley in the morning. And then we ended up going to Walmart because the kids had pulled which movie we were going to be watching in the morning so that we could go and buy all the stuff to make the meal. So they had pulled the movie Sonic. So we were going to make chili cheese dogs. We made, we had what we called knuckle chips. So the kids chose like orange Doritos because they thought that looked like tails. And then for knuckles, they chose ketchup chips. And then we made no-bake cookies, and we called them hedgehog cookies. And then we made this fancy blue drink. We called it Sonic Speed Cocktail. And what we put in there was blue Kool-Aid jammers, white cranberry juice, 7-Up, and then like edible glitter. It was so good. Okay, so I'm going to put Dreamlight Valley. And we went to Walmart. And we also had to pick up a car part because my car needed some repairs. My husband was gone, so my father-in-law came and fixed that for me. And then I was going to mark, I can't figure out how I want to mark the movie because I want to put the ratings in there. So let me just see something. 1 second. So the movie marquees are about the size of the third box, and we just came out with these third box extenders. So I'm going to try and use one of these. So I'm going to put it in half, and then I'm going to put my movie marquee on top. Okay, first of all, I'm going to put Selling Sunset down here. And I'm going to put this here and see if I can fit another label in here yet. I may have to move this up a bit. Okay, because I wanted to put what movie we watched And then the kids had this idea to like rate the movie and the food to see like if they liked it or if they didn't like it. And so I thought I'd put that in there. Okay, so Jake's dad fixed my escape. And then I'm going to put that we made chili cheese dogs. And it was really fun because like my kids got involved in cooking, and so they helped cook the whole meal, and that was super fun. So I'm going to put Sonic, and then I'm going to get some rating things. Okay, sorry, I'm just like pulling stickers here. Okay, so I have these like 5-star rating things, and I think that would just be really fun. So they originally rated them out of 10, but I think I'm going to rate them out of 5 just to kind of put them in here. And then we'll do one for the movie and one for the food. And maybe next time we'll have to make some scripts or something. Movie and the food. Okay, and then okay, I didn't know what color to use, so I'm just going to use gray. And I'm just going to kind of fill them in. I'm very sorry about all the noise, you guys. I'm sure you all can hear it. Okay, so they gave the movie a 4 out of 5. Maybe I'll fill this in off camera for you guys. They gave the movie 4 out of 5, and they gave the food a 5 out of 5. They loved the food. You started the new season of Selling Sunset. I have one episode left, and it is just insane this season. It's insane. I cannot believe it. There's so much going on. Okay. Did you make up the menu and recipes yourself, or was there a list somewhere? Okay, so great question. So originally I found the idea of doing this on Instagram, and then I went to TikTok. And so I've watched a lot of videos giving me some ideas, but actually what I did is I just Googled like recipe ideas. So some of them didn't have like great recipe ideas, or like sometimes you'd find all these lists and they would have very like obscure names. For example, the drinks, like seeing supersonic speed drink, you don't know how to make that, right? So we had to do a lot of like finding recipes and stuff like that for the different meals. But once I kind of got going, it was a lot easier to do. So we came with a lot of the drinks ourselves, and then some of the movies are like so easy. Like for example, what am I doing here? For example, like Lady and the Tramp, we're gonna do spaghetti and meatballs, right? Or Dumbo, it's corn dogs and peanuts and cotton candy and that kind of thing. Like carnival food, right? So some of them were super easy, but then some of them were very difficult. And we basically had to like come up with them, I guess, ourselves. But no, I did not find them anywhere. Other than like Google. I Googled a lot, and then I used some of my own ideas. You can there's tons of them on Pinterest. So if you guys are ever interested in doing this, there is so many printables on Pinterest. But again, a lot of them don't come with recipes. So then them saying like make this obscure type of food like hedgehog cookies, you're like, well, what are hedgehog cookies? And so that's an option too. Okay, so on Sunday, we drove to the city, and then we went to Tinkertown, which is like a little carnival area for kids and stuff, and they have like adult rides too. And then we went to the Olive Garden with my mom and grandma, after for dinner, and then we drove home. And then me and the kids have been reading Harry Potter, and we've been reading the like the digital, not the digital, like the ones with the pictures in there. They have now like the illustrated versions. Sorry. And so we've been reading them, and we just finished the third book. So finish book 3. And so we started book 4 on the Monday already. The kids love Harry Potter, and so it's really fun. And then what we do is we usually watch the movies afterwards. And now the kids are so in love with this dinner and a movie idea that they want to do it for the Harry Potter movies. So now I have to think of a meal for Harry Potter. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, I wanted to put in some script stickers before I leave. But yeah, I think this turned out so cute. So we'll see if I can find some Harry Potter themed dinners to do. But I have seen a lot of them on Instagram as well. And then I really want to do like Christmas movies during the Christmas time, or Halloween movies during the Halloween time, just to kind of switch it up a little bit. So I think that's really cute. I can't wait to see what we pull this week. But here is my completed spread. Let me know what you guys think. I think it turned out so pretty. Thank you guys all so much for coming and hanging out with me tonight. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. Thanks, Melissa. See you guys.